Hi everybody, this is Rose of Sharon and I'm back again with another movie review. I had to think for a second. Another movie review. And the name of the movie is The One and Only Ivan. And of course when I heard that Disney Plus was actually making a movie surrounding the children's book, I was absolutely delighted because I adore the children's book. I think that it is just magnificently detailed. The story is really beautiful. There are lots of life lessons to be taken from it, and the voice cast that provided our characters' voices was just absolutely spectacular. I thought that they did a splendid job in selecting the right actors and actresses to provide voices for the characters that were involved in Ivan's story. Well, actually, it was all the animals' stories. And it's actually based on a true story, too, so you might learn something. The movie is nothing short of phenomenal. I just loved every second of it, and I have to say that it is an excellent companion to go with the book. Equal, maybe even better than the book if you're a person who isn't very prone to want to read. This is a great way to really get yourself engrossed in the story and see just how incredible a reading can be. It really reminded me of Charlotte's Web, and I'm not really sure why that. Maybe it's because of the talking animals, but I don't know. It had that same kind of vibe to it, and it was just a heartwarming tale. Some moments were very tragic, and I actually cried, which I wasn't expecting to do, but it is Disney, and Disney movies are prone to actually make me shed a few tears. Now, as far as the movie itself, I have no quibbles, no quabbles, no vetches, nothing. This movie was absolutely perfect. Soundtrack was just over the moon, stellar, and astronomically done. The rendering on the creatures looked realistic. Like, Ivan's expressions were just dazzling. I was just so enamored and mesmerized just by how realistic he was. Even Bob, I mean, Bob the dog, just his little raising of the eyebrow, or just how how comical he could be. He was often the comic relief in this for obvious reason. He's a bit of a character. He is a sneaky Pete. He means well, but he's one of those characters that you're gonna love no matter what, just because he's a very likable personality in the story. They all have their different personalities, and you can see how they are all unique in their own ways, and I think that's important too, and just the whole the gamut of the story itself. And it is a tale that, like I said, anybody, everybody, all ages, they can glean something important from it. And I personally found it very pertinent to what's going on right now with COVID and everything. And it's really quite timely if you pay attention. But other than that, I give the whole movie 2 thumbs way up, 5 stars, hands down. And it's by far one of the best movies that I've seen this whole year, actually. Of course, I haven't been out to see movies as of that much. But yeah, should be interesting, because I'm hoping to see Bill and Ted Face the Music, because I adored Bill and Ted growing up. Tenet looks phenomenal. It just is one of those movies that is definitely a mind bender, and more geared toward the philosophers and the metaphysicists in the audience. And it's most likely a very complex, heady movie, which I absolutely love because I like a movie that makes you think. I don't know what else to say about The One and Only Ivan, although I did read that there's a sequel called The One and Only Bob, which I really want to read because I love Bob. Like I said, Bob is just one of those characters you can't help but love because despite the fact that he's very capricious, he's just a rascal. He's a rascal, and you love to love him because he's actually a very resourceful character, and he is a good friend to have around. He's just one of those people, not people, he's one of those animals that you want to have on your side because he's what you call your ace in the hole or your joker or the wild card because first of all, he's stealthy and he could be anywhere. And it's just like, hey, I have a team, I have a troop, and I've got a ninja on it, but you don't know where this ninja could be. And all of a sudden my ninja comes out, just waylaying your team. But anyway, that would be Bob, actually. But I just thought that everything about this movie was just so well done, and the actual footage at the end, like with Goodall had true footage all the way through. This movie only has true footage at the end, like a lot of biopics do, and I appreciate that because, of course, you can have your creative license, which I enjoy. I do like a creative license, and it fit very meticulously and just succinctly with the tale, and nothing was altered. They could have learned from this. They should have done that with Artemis Fowl, but regardless, I can say I probably won't care if they do indeed make another Artemis, which they probably won't, due to the fact that it tanked horribly on a streaming service, which, good riddance, bad rubbish. Now this movie is an example of what true filmmaking really is, just the magic, the majesty, the awe-inspiring, uplifting, enlightening, pedantic, pedagogic nature of what a good family film truly is. And I learned quite a bit myself, honestly. I thought, oh, well, I mean, I could relate. But as far as which one of the characters I'm like, I don't know. It's difficult to say. I'd have to say, sometimes it can be like Ivan at times, but I think I'm most likely more like a Bob because I can find loopholes, and there are ways I can just kind of sneak into places, and yeah, and I like to keep everything on the down low, but I think that I'm actually a combination of all the characters. I've got that motherly intuition like Stella does. I'm not neurotic like the seal. I'm a little bit like Murphy because Murphy's free-spirited and fun-loving, so I'm quite a bit like Murphy. And I like to have fun. I like to laugh. I'm not timid by any means, so that whole timidity thing is not part of my personality, though there are times where I can be timid. It depends on the scenario. Now Ruby, oh yeah, I'm a lot like her because I ask a lot of questions, so I'm basically a big kid, but I think we're all combinations of all the characters. But like I said, I'm probably Ivan and Bob, just kind of, I actually should say Ivan, Murphy, Bob. Ruby's inquisitive nature is in here. And in here, am I like any of the other characters, I wonder? Well, Stella, because I tend to be maternal even though I don't have any children. I look after other people. I never forget. Most things I never forget. And I suppose I could say I'm a lot like Tag too, because, oh, I'm not going to give that away. that was going to give a plot point away, but I'm like Tag, because like Tag, I'm one of those individuals that I like to have a good time. It's actually good, clean fun, but I know what it is to throw a party. That's basically all I had to say about the one and only Ivan, and I really, really, really hope that if they learn their lesson from this movie, which hopefully they do, they will make a sequel to it, The One and Only Bob. But I'm not sure how many books are going to be in the series, if any more than just Ivan and Bob, as they could make a whole series, honestly, if they liked. But as far as I know, Bob will be in a new book, but as far as a film is concerned, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I just know what I read from Den of Geek and other sources that I get in my email. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much all I got to say about One and Only Ivan. So, until next time, live long and prosper. Ciao, Tootsie.